Here's a story
Are you wet there or dirt? Wet.
of a lovely lady.
Hello, you guys. Welcome to another exciting episode of Feel It Real Fun on our 2nd of October.
Now we're going to get clear about some things.
Yes. We had a 50-50 chance. We were saying this morning that this will be the best day in October yet.
Imagine that, guys. The 50-50 chance.
That's right. So, your manifesting questions answered live.
Yo, Triple D Tommy, Triple D Darker, Dark
Yes.
Mockery.
Dark mockery. Look at all these. Bring them
Triple
on
D
camera.
Simi.
Bring them on camera.
Boom, 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 Triple D Zuli.
So, go to freeneville.com.
That's right, freeneville.com, Triple D Sizzle.
Yes. Subscribe to the 221 email list and get a pseudo-random email every single day
Pseudo-random Triple D Adelia.
until one of two things happens.
Yep, I die or you do. But look at me, I'm fucking massive. You really don't see how massive I am unless you see me flex in the hot tub or put this outfit on. Yo, I am massive. Triple D Hope. Type it in. Massive.
Join our 90-day adventure with Manifesting Mastery, course.com.
That's right, 15 minutes to 25 minutes a day, half a donut a day. I mean, like, it's not all that hard, guys.
Yeah.
Like, click it. Fuck it.
And for refunds, visit our YouTube channel, feelitrealfun.com.
Oh my god, all sorts of good things on there. Just this week, we put up really cool chats that I had with Cassidy and Marcy, but both in the hot tub,
Tommy.
but separately.
You know him well. He's got a bib. Because
I got my bib.
spills all his food. He then
know.
goes like
I
this.
eat with my fingers. It's just lovely. Triple D Jake. Right? One day the Maxwells were here. Somebody type in one of the Maxwells, right?
Yes,
Triple D Chris
man.
Nelson.
Yes.
And they're here, and little Oscar's here, and a little Oxcar is like, how old? He's just a little.
Oh,
fuck.
he would have been really young then, like maybe
and
five.
so like I forget, like I'm eating something or whatever, and it's like
dribbling down his
and
chin.
I'm like, oh fuck, and I just wipe it off on my
on his pants, and Oscar's like,
and you can watch Oscar go.
Don't let Mum see
yeah,
ya.
it's okay, man. Triple D Tony Doyle, so you go for it.
Cool.
All right.
Okay.
So, Victoria.
Yes.
Today is your questions answered live. I don't know if you
is.
told them that or not.
I did.
I thought so.
You weren't listening to
Well,
me.
I explained to her a little bit ago. I love you and I listen to you. Sometimes.
Yes. Sometimes. That's right.
I love her all the time. You guys know it. You guys saw the photo on our timeline today? It's lovely.
Really?
Yep.
Huh.
You have to look.
Well, I don't go on Facebook much at all anymore.
I know.
I'm just way too
Busy.
out there.
She's out there.
Oh, I'm out there.
All right. So,
Okay.
Victoria, speaking of out there, let's
Yes.
dive in.
Okay, so the first question is from James
James.
by email. Eliminating doubt.
Yeah, there's more to it, but I just needed something to stick there.
So James asks, Mr. 2020, thank you so much for taking the time to read my email. I have two problems.
Yes.
One, when I visualise, I have trouble seeing things clearly. If I were trying to manifest a new car, I would be having trouble seeing the instrument panel, the steering wheel, or the feeling of the seat at my back. That seems to cause me to have difficulty feeling that I have the car.
All right. Cool.
Do you want the second one?
Let's do the second one too, because we're going
Okay.
to twist them both together.
Twist them together. And two, the second problem is with suspending disbelief. I have resistance, such as doubt that it could actually happen.
Later, Emmett.
Gone. I have resistance, such as doubt, that it could actually happen. I could never afford that, or she'd never date me, or something along those lines. How can I get past these? Thanks.
Ooh. To me, it sounds like an addiction to complication. Right? Because, like, you don't have to see something to imagine something, right? You felt something and you were able to type something, and then I was able to reply to it. But if not being able to see something with the eyes, if you couldn't see something like your email before you wrote it, then you couldn't feel what it took to put it into. You get it just really complicated. Versus you just felt something. You felt like I could help. We'll see. Right? You felt like I could help, and you felt that not only could I help, you felt it to the point where, your fingers moved.
Yes.
So we've got the different gates. We've got the gate method thing, so on and so forth. We've got Scene Creation Secrets. Those are both 2 playlists that would probably be worth looking at on our Feel It Real Fun.
Yeah, because I'm
page.
wondering with the gates, because I get, the seeing and hearing is maybe what you're having problems with. Well,
See, it's complicated.
Yeah.
Right? So like, you ever notice, like, on some people, you never want to date someone when you go on the Facebook, right? And you go, damn, she looks pretty hot, right? So, like, I get the friend request today from the girl with the really nice perkies, right? Get a couple of those a week. It's like, oh, look at that, they're perky, right? And so you click on the thing, and it invariably either says single, right, or it's complicated.
It's complicated, really.
and I love clicking on those, right? So it's like, right, I'll actually friend you, so I can look and see.
Carry on a conversation.
And it's like, oh fuck! I mean, everything in our life's complicated, right? And so then we unfriend and go away. but notice the complicated here, okay? Just how would you feel, right?
Yeah.
Owning a car,
Yeah.
right? Then let it take on the tones of reality. Right. Now, the second part of this is pretty cool. Second problem is
Like I
with
couldn't
suspending
afford it,
disbelief. She wouldn't.
Yeah.
Again, I suspect that you're really good at suspending belief. Right, which is really what suspending disbelief is all about as well. Right. So all you really gotta do, right, is suspend complicated for a while. Right. It is suspended complicated to write the email. You'll suspend complicated to either feel confused or clarity about it. Right? You'll imagine it up pretty quick. So what I want you to do is just play with simple. Really simple. How would you feel if you heard Victoria's Yum? Right? We're making pork for lunch thing, right? And oh my God, it's going to be so good. But I forgot to imagine her yum this morning, and I didn't cook the pork. Right? Normally it's cooked once, by now it's twice cooked.
Yeah.
And it's like, fuck. And she mentions it. And I go, fuck. Yeah, he forgot. Right? But now I've got it. I guarantee we'll start the cook thing right afterwards. Right?
Yeah.
So, but it comes from not me trying to imagine the look and the sizzle of the pork, but I feel that not being able to see it prevents me from feeling it.
Yeah.
No, I just go into what would I feel hearing her yum, and then the yum just echoes forth. But more on that. Is it a hospital gown I'm wearing? Now this is like the last big gift that Victoria gave me. Then the loogie struck.
It did.
Yep, and then
it was March 1 gift, and then April 1.
Yep, then nobody was able to
and
leave.
then there was no birthday month left.
This is my pool outfit. Hoo-ha. I could wear that. This would be great to wear, like, to the hot tub in the summertime.
Really?
Anyway, all right.
That's wool. Summer?
I follow my own drummer. So let us continue.
Your
Victoria.
own drummer or your own drum?
But
okay.
Stick around. We're going to keep diving into this in some different ways because I know this. Because Tyler knows this. Triple DQ.
Cool. Excellent. So that was from James. Thank you for your question.
Stick around, James.
And stick around.
All right.
All right. The next question's from Tahlia in Dream Driven Day.
Yo.
But it feels like work.
Yep.
I hope you're all having a beautiful day in the garden.
Oh my God. She will.
Yeah, she will be, and I have, and I'm going to.
She's been like so fucking hot. Like seriously. Like, ooh, I look out at her.
Okay. I was wondering, I'm a little unclear and up in the head through the day. I feel like I'm not naturally coming from my desired states. So I know I haven't nailed these states, or those states. I want to consciously choose my state through the day, but it feels like work, like it's more in the head. With my musician state, I don't need to revisit it. It's just known. But I'm wondering how to reach that knowing with my other states. I'm wanting to make this easier and simpler than I am. I'd love more of that natural, authentic state you and Cassidy were coming from in your interview. to surrender to instead of force. Love to hear your thoughts. Lots of love to you all, Tahlia.
So I want everyone to write down, I'm only human after all. Right?
We love that song.
You're only human
After all, Rag and Bone Man.
Yep. Don't put your blame on me. Right? Now, if you watch him do it, right? So there is that, he goes through that 18-inch adventure up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down. He just doesn't reside there. He comes up, he goes down. If you listen to Cassidy's call with me and my call with him, you'll hear us both doing the same thing. There's that presence of the belly, the laughter of the heart, and the tenderness, all the different emotions. And there's also that back and forth kind of thing, right? That yes, no, right, wrong, right kind of thing that the head does. Yeah. It sounds to me like you're way up in the head. It's going to be the theme of today's show, by the way. It's fascinating to me how this happens. Because when we started at the beginning, right, that was all head. Well,
Jason,
yes, because I can't see the dash of the car.
Yeah.
I can't feel. So there's no... how do you feel, right? Yeah. Let's drop a little bit into the heart. If the head's the problem, let's drop a little bit into the heart. How would you feel owning a car? I'd be happy, right? That's closer, right, to the belly. But how do you feel? Why do you think I talk about tickle belly hill with the puppy, right? Puppy, right?
Yeah, I can hear him.
Right, all that.
Yeah.
Right. So this whole thing, you get to work into identity. Identities of the belly. Right. The head has to figure out activities and locations and all sorts of things dealing with data. The heart has a reaction, a response, an engagement, but the belly's identity. When I watch
identity, as in the
Garden.
state of the person.
Yeah, like Garden Girl, or her singer. Yeah, whenever I can tell, her belly moves her throughout the garden. Her head will have her try to figure things out, but it's her belly that moves her through the garden. But the head will still go, well, maybe, hey, 20, what do you think about this? Right? The head still has its questions, which is good. The heart gets to experience the wow, but the belly is a whoa. Yeah. But more on that as we continue. Boom.
Okay. All right. So that was from Tahlia. Thanks for your question, Tahlia.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
That's right.
Okay. Oh, the next question.
Hey, Sydney Lee is here. Sydney.
Hello.
Sydney,
Claudia's
Sydney,
back.
Sydney.
Hiya. Cool. The next question's from
Claudia.
Sizzling Scott.
Yo, Sizzle is here. Triple D Sizzle.
A solid, lovely yes. I told me no all the time, growling up.
I think I'm supposed to be growling.
Oh, growing
I do
up.
like growling up, though. Seriously.
Growling while you're
growling up.
Okay. I told me no all the time growing up. I was really good at no in my heart. I just noticed how fast I said no. I don't want to say no anymore. Would you invite me to a place or more to adventure in my heart for a more solid, lovely yes?
For those of you that don't have manifestingtothemax.com, you're going to have to get it if this intrigues you.
Yes.
Right? We can't put in what has like, I don't know, 6-7 hours of recordings and stuff into a quick thing into a show, but we can invite you to something. Now, here's the thing. A defensive no is the head protecting the heart. No. You get it? You can see it. No. Right? Everything gets pulled back, tight, right?
Yeah.
That's solid. A yes is open. Yes. Victoria, yes. You get it? Yes is not solid. Yes is almost vaporous. Yes. Yeah, has that. Notice the belly. Yes. Yeah. The head. Yes. No. Good back. No. Right.
I really get actually how a no is just like a definitive no. like, no, it's not happening. Whereas a yes can be still curious, like not even knowing what all the yes might be. But do you know what I mean?
Totally. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. There's that curiosity there. Ooh. Right? Boom. Now, by the way, in Dream Driven Day, when we explore no, that's coming from a very different space. But we'll get to that. Lisa says a true yes is ephemeral. Ephemeral.
I think maybe
Am I
you
saying
said
it?
that.
If am I saying it? Oh, yeah, I would say that.
Yes, I think you said it before.
Ephemeral. I just like the word ephemeral.
Yeah.
Ephemeral.
Yeah.
Some people think it's funny, but it's really written runny. Ephemeral. Anyway, someone will know what I'm talking about. Boom.
Right. Okay.
So, by the way, a no that's not defensive is quite. Oh, no.
Yes.
Right? A no that's not defensive? Ooh, baby. Right? So, let's just continue with that. Stay tuned.
Yeah, because I'm thinking when we come from our state, like a no from our state is just like, no, it doesn't.
Right.
Yeah,
Totally.
That
Yeah.
don't work for me.
Yeah. We're going to have a manicured British garden. No.
Not possible.
Right? No es posible para usted, right?
Yeah. But a yes from the state can be like, there's so many different
See, watch her.
ways of a yes. Like, do you know what I mean?
Dark, you knew it. I knew you'd know it, Dark.
The diarrhea song.
Yeah.
Oh.
Some people think it's funny, but it's really wet and runny.
Oh, God.
Ephemeral. I wrote
right.
the foreword to a book that had something ephemeral in it. TP wrote it. I think I wrote the foreword. Yeah, I did. Or he stole the foreword from me. Anyway. Ephemeral's
Okay.
Great Adventure or something? I don't know. TP, let me know. Ephemeral.
So that was from Sizzler.
Yeah.
Thank you, Scott.
Thank you, Scott, and stay tuned.
Cool. Sweet.
Oh, what a night.
Excuse me. The next question is from Dream Driven Day Tommy.
Tom.
Neville's second question. I love the way... Oh, sorry.
Who knows what it is, by the way? Neville's
I
second
don't.
question. Toss it in. Oh, fuck. That's sad.
Well, maybe I do,
I might as well
but-
just close the show.
Well, what? Don't me like that. What was it?
We did 2 shows on this. Remember?
Yeah, but what was it?
How would you see the world?
Oh, okay, all right. All right.
I love this girl.
Neville,
I really do.
Yeah, he has to, because otherwise, with an ignorant statement like that from Victoria, I'd be like, oh, get her off. No. Okay,
That girl.
start again. Dream Driven Day Tommy, Neville's second question.
That's right.
I love the way you explained Neville's second question on the podcast the other day. I can't stop thinking about it. I love the examples you gave, and I want to play more with that. What other ways can I play with Neville's second question to get more speedy results?
All right. So I mentioned this whole thing of like rain, right? Yeah, being psychologically unemployable here, right? Not going to a job, sitting in traffic, all that stuff. I'm in the hot tub and it's raining, right? How would I experience rain with my wish fulfilled, right? How would I see Neville's question? How would you see the world? How would you experience rain?
Oh, wouldn't it? That's idyllic.
It's idyllic.
Sitting in the hot
Oh, yeah.
tub.
I'm
with
in the
a
hot
canopy
tub.
over you.
I got the canopy.
Yeah.
I'm doing the podcast, and I'm listening to the traffic. Right? It's like, ooh, I don't got to do that. That's fun. Right? I can remember having to go to work at 5:30 in the morning when it's raining, and it's like, fuck, it's going to be like this all day? Really? I mean, like the sales guy, rain. I mean, I had to keep oiling my gun. Just it's rough. It was, yeah. I had a Parkerized Colt 1911 A1 back then. No, it was a Colt 1991. It was a derivation of the 1911. But God, it was good. But it was just a little moisture prone. But anyway. All right. Okay. So, but what we want to do, since you're Triple D, Tommy, how would you see your day? right? So there's and we chunk down into morning, chunk down into night, that kind of thing. Like literally from the state of your wish fulfilled. It's not like, if my wish fulfilled is having plenty of rest. Like I used to try to imagine up 8 hours worth of sleep, and it doesn't work. So I imagine up the quality of rest, right? So having a great quality of rest, I wake up in the morning and it's like, boom, I'm ready to rock and roll, right? So how do I see 5 o'clock in the morning, right? Yes. Not no.
Yeah.
No.
The alarm clock.
That's
Bang.
right.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
Yeah, right.
God,
Cool.
she's giving me a really good gift today, right now. Shall we continue, Victoria?
Cool. So thank you, Tommy, for your first question. The next question is from Tommy again. How do I find the right state? How do I find the right state to be in for myself? I've been playing with states and I feel like I'm giving life to ones that aren't just quite right, like the three bears and the porridge, the state that's just right. Oh, I know every state exists, but I want to give life to the right one. How do I find that? Would the anxiety pack help with this?
The anxiety eliminator is a goodie. Definitely get that, right? Because I'll get money. And I'll buy scotch.
Oh, $12.
Well, no, that's 47.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Boom.
Yes. Okay.
So, definitely get the anxiety eliminator. It's good. But here's the cool thing with it, right? Remember that whole, the I don't know side. So we really explore that in some cool
I
ways
don't know
in there.
zone.
Yes. But there's this thing about curiosity. How many different states does a child put on? Right? They don't really worry about the right. When I was in high school, Leo Looney, the guidance counselor, Leo was really convinced that I should study computer programming, that I should go into debt and go to 4 years of college and become a computer programmer, right? Because I was good with computers back then.
Computers.
And it's like, I don't think so, Leo. Not going to do it. But growing up, I was fascinated with things like robots and computers. I watched Lost in Space. I wanted to be an astronaut. Then there was the whole 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Oh my God, I could be a submariner like Pillsbury, all those things. And I tried on all these kinds of states and eventually became psychologically unemployable like a child. So just try them on. Don't try to get to the right one. You'll find some that just stick. I love loving, happy husband, right? Cranky husband,
Not so much fun.
not so much fun. But loving, happy, oh my God, boom. So,
Yeah.
what do you got there, Victoria?
Oh, nothing. I've been noticing a few comments about playing and everything, and because I was thinking in the beginning, just. Yeah, it doesn't have to be right. It's... Oh, God, he's massaging my foot right now.
I loved the robot.
As far as the question, it's like, if you just hit one that you don't like, it's just like, not playing there again then. This ain't right for me now. It doesn't have to be a problem or something. So, I'll leave it at that. I can't focus. So is that good for you?
It was a good for me.
Always.
Always.
How do I find the right state?
Yes, and we'll continue. Stay tuned. See, she used to have one.
See, I hear that you've been playing with, like you say, I've been playing with states.
Yes.
And I feel like I'm giving life to ones that aren't just quite right. It's like that is ace that when you're playing with him, you're giving life to ones. But okay, you've decided, nah, that's not the one I want to play with anymore.
I love that you brought the three bears into it.
Yeah.
Because seriously, the answer is...
Too hard, too soft, just right. Yeah.
That little kid thing.
Yeah.
Right. Compare that. I mean, there's the story of Goldilocks and the three bears, or the porridge thing, or whatever, which... Yeah, I mean, there's lots of stories,
exactly what we're talking about.
Yes, right? But when you grow up, you buy the book, How to Choose the Career That You'll Be Stuck In Till You're going to go home and shoot your wife, because it's take your gun home from work day, right? It's like,
Yeah.
So, All right.
Cool.
Shall we continue, Victoria?
Yeah. Sweet. Thank you for that, Tommy. And the third question from Tommy
We're going
today
to see if we can zone her through the floor by the end of the show.
is
Watch your struggle.
dark imaginings. Third and final, says Tommy. My mind wanders into some dark imaginings when I hear it or see horrible news. Like when Chadwick Boseman died. Shit, I started being in fear of getting cancer. And I know I had a lot of meaning there, but sometimes my reactions are so strong, they dominate my mind, and I fear I've felt it real for something unlovely. How do I stop such strong reactions to negative news or stories I hear for the first time?
I think of cartoons. Man, I got to tell you, like when things die in cartoons, like Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner, I mean, they smash into shit and so on, and they just shake it off, right? So, like, I find it interesting because, like, I don't even know what a Chadwick Boseman is.
Funny, neither do I.
Yeah, I'm sorry, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know what a Chadwick Boseman is, you know? So that's cool to me. I find that I watch news things when I want to and I don't when I don't. Like Neville read the paper every day, so on and so forth. And I get that. There they go. When this whole thing with complicated and head shows up, oh, whoa. Right? It just gets a little weird. Siren? Yeah, sirens. So this
He's
whole...
got a particular bark for sirens.
Yeah, he's got a particular...
It's never there. It's just a general... upset.
Poor fucking dog.
Listen to him howl.
Yeah. So, I'm sorry. He was the Black Panther who passed away. Oh, wow.
Oh. Who's the Black Panther?
It's like sort of like
Yeah.
the...
Shows how much I know.
the Pink Panther died a couple years ago.
Yeah, but not the Black Panther.
Yeah, didn't know. Right.
Yes.
All right. You ready, Bruce? Come on back, buddy. Cool. You know, protoplasm fucking dies. Yeah, at the end of the day. I see a couple opportunities. One, you get to discover, again, you're bigger than the news. You know, two, why are you reading that? Why? Yeah, that whole thing. When I look at when the imaginings go dark, that tells me you're not putting enough buns in the oven. Just generally speaking, I notice this constantly. Yeah, like I can't get this shit out of my head. Well, put some good shit in the oven, right? So yeah, that's where I would play. Like, just notice. I mean, if you know, are you watching the news because you're bored, or you know, you don't believe you can actually have what you want? I mean, just noticing, just chunking up a level or two with the whole thing. Do you believe that you really can be who you choose to be? Like, just coming up a little bit and just noticing that kind of stuff.
I notice I can go there sometimes if I tend to catch up with the news, like just spend 10 minutes just seeing what's happening in the world, and then go out to the dog park or the garden or somewhere. But what I've noticed, some things do get me, like especially cruelty to animals or things like that. But what I did love was a quote, I think it was on yesterday's show, when Neville said something. Anyway, part of it was like, give birth to the lovely. If something comes up in your mind and you don't, rub it out. Just rub it out. And so it's like that with the news for me. I've got to the point where, no, and just moving on. So I don't know if that helps at all, Tommy, but I know that's how it is for me. Yeah.
I study the headlines. I love the headlines. The other thing that I know that I enjoy a lot about the news is throughout this whole loogie business, we've had a 0.4% steady rate in Australia of, it doesn't matter how many people they test, 0.4% of the people test positive. This is constant. And my question continuously is, why isn't anybody reporting on that? Right? Well, and I'm not saying it's conspiracy theory or something like that, but when months ago I tell Cube 0.4% of the people tested are testing positive. And when it's all these months later and we've had the big spike and all that stuff, 0.4% of the people being tested are testing positive. It's like, don't you find that fascinating? How are they? How is nobody writing a news article on that? Right? Because that's impossible. Right? And again, I'm not saying it's a something or something. Yeah, here's how I rub things out. I get fascinated with the weird parts. I really do. I read the headlines, and it's headlines about quote-unquote horrible shit, and I go, wow, they got me hooked there. I really want to click on that article.
Yeah.
I'm a marketer. I study headlines. What do you think news is? News is nothing more than marketing. Right? Except they're marketing dumb shit. They want you to click and read, and then let it consume you. Okay? Find another way to let it consume you. Right? Cool. But let us continue.
Okay.
What is the loogie?
Excellent. So, thank you, Tommy, for your question.
Yep. The loogie is COVID-19er.
That's
See, it sounds a
right.
lot funner, doesn't it? I mean, the loogie that we're getting 0.4% positive test here in Australia for, if we call it COVID-19er, especially if you're wearing a mask, and everybody gets all serious and constipated, like they're going to discover with all this stuff with the loogie that people aren't shitting because they're holding everything in, right? Versus
Really? Oh.
I'm telling you, no, they will. Yeah, everyone they all hold their breath till I enter the building, right? But people, they're holding their breath, and it's like, are you a masker or an anti-masker? Are you a vaxxer or an anti-vaxxer?
Yes.
And it's like, me, I'm just like, it's the loogie, right? Fuck. Yeah. Boom. So, but more on that.
Okay, cool.
But
more on that.
But more on that. More on that.
Well, we had Runny and, what was it? Ephemeral?
Ephemeral.
Oh, okay. All right. Excellent. Thank you, Tommy. The next question's from Dream Driven Day, Jake.
Yo, Jake.
Reactions versus looking for signs. For me, noticing if my reactions are from my ideal state or not can start feeling like I'm looking for signs if I'm in my ideal state or not, and if I've really felt it real. In the same vein, I also feel like I'm adding unhelpful meaning to my reactions if I notice they aren't from my ideal state. Exploring while writing, I think I've turned reactions into an external concept or God and sold the pearl to them, like my reactions are more important than me. What do you think? What am I adding in or missing?
I think you're nailing it. Going way back to the first, right? Who's the first fellow?
Jason.
Jason. Going the whole way back to Jason. God, it's the same thing, ain't it? Oh, my God. Stephanie wants to know, is there a difference between LOA and Neville's teachings? I'm going to answer that. And then we'll get back to, well, I'll answer that in a few moments. But Victoria, remember that. Stephanie, is there a difference between LOA and Neville's teachings? If so, what?
Okay.
All right.
Right.
So, ready? This whole thing of looking for signs. See, I just notice, if my state is, fuck, right? It's all spontaneous, right? So I don't bother like clocking my reactions, right? I just notice, wow, where the fuck did that dumb shit come from, right? And it can be, and that's the thing, that infinite curiousness about my day, right? So I pick the end. I get to discover the hows, the who's, the whens, and all that good stuff. But along the way, it's like, wow, where the fuck did that come from? Like that's a weird ass reaction, right? So like instantly, right? So you get, it's a spontaneous noticing of a spontaneous reaction, not an intentional clocking of it all the time. Got it? So this whole thing sort of comes back down to the whole thing again. You are the silence that hears my voice. You're the stillness that notices all the apparent motion, right? So, which is cool, right? When you really, really get that, noticing is just something that you do. So that you are the stillness that notices, So any effort to notice, again, you're just adding an effort. But just noticing, fuck me. Look, I am being ridiculous. Then you can have your res geste, your spontaneous utterance, spontaneous giggle, right?
Yeah,
you notice
yeah.
I'm really big on spontaneous today. And we'll get, and more on that later. You want to have fun? You go out with your friends, right? Let's pretend she's cute, right? And I'm talking to the guys on the trail. It's like, hey, how's it going, right? So, well, you know what? More on that later. And you'll be shocked the shit you can get away with. And because your subconscious processes this, you can just watch people go, what? I always feel stupid around you. All right, more on that later. I'm sorry. The dumb. You want to have real fun. You go, yeah. You know what? More on that later. Right.
It's a bit like
she'll catch it on the refund.
Yeah. I'm just thinking about Jake's question and thinking how. So not necessarily Neville, and I'll just say it, and you can either say whatever. Fun. But it's like there's this. They say in a lot of things, the silent witness. It's like there's the noticer and the witnesser that does the noticing of us. Do you know what I mean? And so that when we do a dumbass thing, we all do dumbass things. It's almost like there's this witnesser, and it's not they're the God, but it's not even there. But I don't know how to term it, but I definitely get there's this bigger part of me that is doing all the noticing and noticing the reactions that I have. And without any attachment to it, though. Definitely that as well.
Yep.
So I don't know if that's sort of in with this or not, or if that was already implied, but I do notice that. Yes, all of it. Okay.
No more on that later.
All right.
No more on. No
moron. All right. No more moron. Cool.
But it's very true. The vastness of you notices all the bits.
Yeah.
The belly notices the heart, the head, right? And it's the solution for it all. Yeah. Boom.
Cool. So excellent, Jake. Thank you for your question.
Boom.
Now we've got Stephanie asked.
Yes.
Is there a difference between law of attraction and Neville Goddard?
Yes. I find LOA can mean any fucking thing.
I was going to say that.
Like really? Like seriously, you join 42 different LOA groups. I've been there. Mm-hmm. And you have things like, right, so special time of day, special rocks, special scents, special sounds, all the special stuff. Special chants for different things. So I need this kind of chant to bring this to happen. I need to say special words. It's just fucking nuts, just to be blunt, right? LOA equals fucking nuts, right? Doesn't mean, quote unquote, there isn't a pearl in the pig pen.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But here's the thing. When you boil it all down, what did Neville teach? Neville taught what everyone does all the time anyway, mostly unknowingly, often unlovingly. So you're always feeling something in the past. I remember when I was president. I was a very impotent guy. Right? A lot of people do that. They remember when in dumb fuck ways. Right? I remember when I used to look at you with that love in my eye.
With that love in my eye, in my one eye.
Yeah, more on that later, right? Right? Or you can remember when in a lovely way, right? Neville teaches, I remember when. It's one of the three things that go through decades of his teaching, right? You can feel the dumb shit is in the past and dead. Yep. I remember when we argued. Yeah, glad we don't do that no more. It's a feeling, right? So Neville taught this whole thing very basically. Imaginal experience leads physical experience, right? On the second tool in the toolbox, real quick, revision, right? People are always, quote unquote, rewriting their memories. They're always having experiences based in the past. Okay?
Yeah.
They're always having experience based in the past, right?
Yeah.
Right? I'm very particular with that phrase right now. But here's the thing, right? You can change that, right? Turn some bad into good, good into great. Or don't just passively...
Accept what your memory says.
Yes. Don't use the past as a weapon, right? That whole thing of you beat your sword into a plow thing, right? You use the past in a lovely way, right? So, but we've got a whole bunch of things on revision. And the third thing, this whole imagine what implies your wish has been fulfilled. I stick that in congratulatory conversations, right? The whole thing, like, here's what I do. Before we do the show, I imagine that the show fucking crushed it. I look, I see people shared it, I notice you guys commented on it, you know, so on and so forth. I experienced that the show fucking rocked before we do it, right? That's the core of Neville's teachings, all right there. No 5x5, no 6x6, no endless chanting for days, weekends, no brainwave recordings.
It's coming from the end. Feeling from the end.
Yep.
That, I reckon, is what Neville is all about.
Totally. Whenever she goes out and she feels from the end, she's got a great day in the garden. If she tries pushing shit uphill,
yeah.
yeah, not fun.
Yeah.
Right? So, great question. Glad you asked, because this is so... And by the way, when people say, well, Neville's just like everything else, or Neville's just like Abraham, or that, just scan for difference.
Yeah.
Okay? Absolutely scan for difference, because I can promise you, what everything comes down to with this, you want something to be different, have a different experience. Imaginally first, then physically. But it has nothing to do with, well, there's a vortex and a vibration that you align to on a Wednesday of the full moon at 11:11 after you script all fucking day with your purple fucking crayon on parchment paper. Parchment paper.
Parchment paper.
Parchment paper. Everyone type it down. Parchment fucking paper.
Yeah.
So, by the way, check out the last couple shows we did. We got a New Age playlist at feelitrealfun.com where we poke fun at all the dumb shit, right?
Yes, so, it was good fun.
Yeah, go check them out. The comments are just beginning.
So apparently, I'm sorry, you guys. The video interrupted a number of times there. Sorry. Vortex vibration on the video from Squat. Yeah, apparently. We didn't get that our end.
That's good.
So, yes.
That's probably their problem.
Yeah, it's your problem.
It's your problem.
You can rewatch, clock the time, rewatch this last
rewatch the whole
bit
thing
then.
tonight with us live.
Yeah, at the watch party.
That's right.
Cool.
Boom. So,
all right.
Victoria.
Thank you. Oh, so that was from Stephanie. Hope
Thanks,
you're still
Stephanie.
there. And thank you for your question.
Boom.
Yeah.
Ephemeral
And Lisa heard
parchment
the
paper.
yes, the ephemeral parchment paper.
Ephemeral parchment paper. Ephemeral parchment paper.
All right. And right now, and the last question for today is from Riri in Manifesting Mastery. Words. So Riri asks, words come from state. Words don't mean anything? What exactly?
Cool. Words follow. Right. So here's what's cool. And I love how this ties in with Stephanie's question. Don't blame anything that follows. So I'm coming through the roundabout yesterday, coming home from the dog park.
Yeah.
What, I can't rub it no more?
I need to put it down.
That's right.
Yes.
So I'm coming up on the, what do we call it? Roundabout, right? And in Australia, anything coming from the right is going to kill you, right?
Yes. Give way to the right.
Right, give way to the right. Something done's coming around the roundabout, they'll be coming around, that'll fucking kill you, right? And so there's two cars coming up from Kringle Drive heading into the roundabout. It's a 2-lane thing, and you can go straight or turn, right? And one of them does not have an indicator on, otherwise known as turn signal. Right? So I should believe that he's going straight. Right?
Yeah.
But my daddy, everyone type that down. My daddy taught me never pay attention to turn signals.
Never trust nothing.
Yeah,
No.
never pay attention to turn signals. Right?
Yeah.
They're just nice. That's like,
Yeah,
right?
nice to have.
Yeah, right? Never pay attention to them. Watch the tires. Right?
Yeah.
So I'm rolling up, and I can see this guy doesn't have an indicator on, which means he's going to kill me. Right? But I can see his tires are turned. So he's turning, right?
Yep.
So What we don't want to do is blame... Whoa. Right? We don't want to blame the turn signal for the car turning or going straight. Right? We want to blame the driver. Right?
Yeah.
We also want to not drive with the mirror. We want to drive with the turn signal. I'm sorry, with the steering wheel. Right? So you'll notice a lot of people, they'll sit around and they'll drive with the rear view mirror. They'll look at where they've been and determine that's where I'm going. Right? And they'll smash into all sorts
scary.
of shit. Right? That's how some people just live their entire lives, right? They blame turn signals, right? So they put on the turn signal and they crank the mirror, right, while they're looking up there, and they smash into all kinds of shit. And if you really want to drive your life, you get to notice what really matters. What matters is you driving the bus. How do you drive the bus? Joe Weldon, turn signals are just for decoration. Like Christmas fucking lights, aren't they? Right.
Christmas lights.
Don't blame the Christmas lights for Christmas, right? You blame Santa. Who's Santa? Double T, right? So,
Yeah.
where are you going?
I was wondering, oh, there it is. Yes.
She's taking her shoe back.
Yeah.
Right. So, don't blame the turn signals. Don't try to steer with the mirror. What you want to do is just notice, what am I imaginally experiencing? Who are you being in imagination? What are you imaginally experiencing? That determines everything. That'll determine what you say. That'll determine whether or not you edit it, right? If you go to Tony Robbins seminars, you'll start editing all you say because you want to sound positive and empowering all the time, right? Versus like spontaneous utterances, they reveal what you're really feeling, right? So, boom. That's what I got. If you want to dial back through all of today's show, part of the theme is getting out of your head, and part of the theme is getting into that spontaneousness again. Because anytime you go up into your head and you're trying to figure it out and all that good stuff, yeah, all those locks start to happen. Versus if you, honest to God, get into discovery. There's the good stuff. So, Jamaica, triple.
Hello, Virginia.
Virginia.
You've arrived too.
Boom. All right.
Cool.
So I think that was pretty good.
Yeah, that was from Riri. Thank you for your question.
Yep.
We often see you at the watch party, so
At the watch party.
yes,
That's right.
might catch you tonight.
Boom. All right.
So,
So, Victoria,
yes,
shall we ask them?
we shall. So what we want to know is what was your strawberry bet?
What was your strawberry? Oh, look at that dog.
Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful. What was your strawberry bit, Victoria?
Well, so the phrase that's in my head, and I didn't even say it on the show, but when I said feeling from the end, the one thing I love what Neville always used to say, so this was in response to Stephanie's questions, but how we always just make there, here, then, now.
Yep.
I love that.
Totally.
And you won't find that in any other LOA. So, yeah,
I concur.
that's my strawberry bit.
Boom.
Yeah. And you, babe?
Simple. The simpler. Here's the thing. This really is so fucking simple. It is so simple. And the delightfulness of it is it's so simple you can explore it and experience all kinds of different layers to it, right? It's very simple. Anytime it gets complicated, I think complicated is probably the number one addiction in the world. How complicated can we make it? Right? Can you add in the color purple? All right? No matter what you do, I'm looking at getting an iWatch. And God, it's fascinating to me because it's like, it could be so simple. Or, oh my God, I could add in purple. Right? I mean, you can add in all sorts of stuff. And the more you add in, the tougher it gets. Versus this whole thing of, the moment a desire is upon you, that's when you feel into its fullness, to its richness, to its completion, right? Neville says, don't wait. The moment you feel a desire, that's when you move into its assumption, right? And there's the key. There's a massive key. Because when you get, right, I have a desire, time to move into it. Right? I've got a desire. Well, what tool should I use? What would the best tool be? I'm not a fan of best. Well, wouldn't it be better to do something if I added in affirmations? Well, if I add in affirmations, what about those affirmations or the ask formations? And the next thing you know, years have gone by.
Yeah.
Versus, you know what? It's time to feel the yum. Right? I move into the yum. Oof. Right? Time to put the pork in the belly and the move. Right? So, adventures in simplicity.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
So, Victoria, look at all those strawberry bits. Boom.
Yeah, that's ace, you guys. Good on you. Yes, so that was our strawberry bits.
That's right.
While you finish typing yours in, go to freeneville.com.
221 email list. Pseudo random goodness.
Join our 90-day adventure at Manifesting Mastery. Course.com.
That's right. 15 to 25 minutes a day will change your life. I can guarantee that. Because if you have different imaginal experiences, you're going to have different physical experiences. And those 90 little tiny bites, oh my God. Some of you guys have done it like 10, 11 times. Speaking of that, it's Tamika's birthday in the U.S.
Oh, happy
Tomorrow.
birthday tomorrow. Right. Okay.
So,
Okay.
happy birthday, Tamika.
Happy birthday, Tamika, because we won't be
Tamika.
doing a
Everyone
show
type in Tamika.
on
Tamika,
your birthday.
Tamika. Everyone type it in right now. Tamika. All right.
Do I have any strawberry plants growing? I do have one
Yes.
or two from... Oh, actually, I've probably got about 4 out there from last year
That we know of.
that we know of.
That's right.
Oh, I have to get some more.
And yesterday, or today, depending upon where you are or not in the world, was the day Neville died. So think about that. So we've got...
Oh, is it?
Yep. Yep. Cool. Yep. Neville died.
Okay.
Protoplasm wore out.
Yeah.
You want to dive into some really cool thing? Like his head exploded, Tommy. Like really.
His head exploded?
Yeah, he had like an aneurysm or something like that.
Oh,
right?
yeah, right.
So if you really want to start freaking yourself out, it's like wow, man. Like not only did that Black Panther die, so I apparently have cancer, according to what I'm reading between the lines, but it's like Neville's head exploded, and if Neville's head could explode, yeah, the ultimate red mist, man. Someone's going to criticize me on that one. They really are. That's going to be good.
Okay, all right.
Everyone type head exploded.
Yeah, loads of people are saying happy birthday to Mika.
Hey,
That's ace.
ho, ho,
Good on you guys.
We're getting there, aren't we?
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. Tamika. Okay,
All right.
remember what they said a long time ago? Somebody said, what would happen if we had... Yeah.
Jerry?
Yeah, Tamika, Mika. Anyway. All right.
For refunds, visit our YouTube channel, feelitrealfun.com.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
Have a
great
lovely
night,
day, everyone.
weekend, and we'll
Tamika.
catch you next week.
Oh, look at all the Tamikas.
And have a
going. This
brilliant
is great.
birthday, Tamika.
Tamika. Sizzle, head exploded. Good on you.
Yeah.
Jamaica. Funky called Jamaica. All right, there we go. Tamika, Mika.